Personal log. Hopefully, not my last. My plans are very much in motion. All that is left is to get my allies in on all the details, and then Lambert's syndicate is dead in the water. However, events have once again accelerated. Whether they are in my favor or not, I am unsure. But my fears of discovery appear to have been warranted. Lambert arrived back early from his holiday. Hillard, the day after. Can't be a coincidence it happened so soon after my little conversation with the doctor. First thing he does is call me into his office. Hillard fetched me from my own. Luckily, I wasn't in the middle of anything suspicious at the time. But it was difficult, smuggling my little pocket recorder along for the ride to record the whole thing. I'll have to consider keeping it on my person from this point on, as it will give me much to fall back on should I need to blackmail my way out of a jam. These are the events of our meeting. I do have a phone on my desk, you know. Is this escort absolutely necessary?
To ensure you arrive in one piece? Yes. Site director?
Jacobs, come in. Thank you, Colonel. Come on, it's not like I broke your kneecaps. Don't look so tense. Sit down.
Sending your dogs after me now? Is this a court-martial?
Should it be? Sit your ass down. We could have worked well together, Jacobs. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to trust you. Don't worry. Isn't a threat, just an observation. Why are you so opposed to what I'm trying to do here?
We're a research and peacekeeping organization, not a money laundering front.
Who said anything about money laundering? I just want to run a tight ship with people I can trust, and who can trust me.
Playing coy doesn't suit you.
Perhaps, but I learned long ago to never say anything out loud. You never know who could be listening. Who could be recording every word you say.
The Council.
You are quite the loyal lapdog for them, aren't you? Despite how you feel. You think I'm somehow worse than they are? You have a pretty naive understanding of the Foundation. Research and peacekeeping organization, straight out of the handbook. Nothing but lies and propaganda to make you feel like you're part of something bigger.
Then what is the Foundation in your warped little world?
You tell me. You know it better than I do. We research, we study, we develop technology far superior to anything else on Earth. We could have wiped out all these SCPs by now with what we know, but we haven't. And you know why? Because they print money. Cut off a slice of the tech, the medical advancements, ship it off to the highest bidder, and take a profit off the backs of the public. Just who do you think is funding this joint? Politicians? They're just sheep, being guided by the shepherd. The rich getting richer. But I ain't no sheep. I'm a goddamn wolf. I eat sheep for breakfast. So if some opportunistic SOB wants a bite of the flock, what's the harm?
Justifying yourself as a lesser evil doesn't stop you from being evil.
Sure it does. Hypothetically, I'd be stealing from criminals.
Not giving it back to the poor.
Shouldn't I get paid for my good deeds?
No! They're not good deeds. I don't want any part of it. You made your point last year, and I'm not telling the council anything.
I hope not. If you were, it would be very unwise. It's one thing what I'd do to you if you try, but there's no way you could have been here this long without finding some kind of conspiracy. Unless you're helping cover it up. You wouldn't be doing that, would you?
Of course not. I'm not that stupid.
I hope not. Otherwise, you and your old pal 173 might get that reunion you've been promised. He's really missing you, Jacobs. You're the one that got away. Hope you had a nice holiday. You may go.
He is the most annoying kind of arrogant. He's careful. Didn't slip up once, making this pretty much wasted tape. One more log in the archives. Regardless, I couldn't let the opportunity pass me by, nor could I let the experience scare me from my rendezvous with McCrimmon on the surface. Seemed like an impossible ask, but this wouldn't be the first time I've had to disguise myself to get where I need to go. Getting my hands on a lab coat was easy enough. I have one standard, though I hardly ever use it. Several doctors were being cycled out that Tuesday, which gave me a small window of opportunity between sneaking out with the leavers and returning with the new arrivals to have my chat with McCrimmon. So long as I wasn't caught along the way. No doubt Major Chen could get me out of strife, but any attention would set off Lambert for good, and he'd snuff out any and all chances of a coup from happening. Sneaking out with the scientists was easy. Just had to find a blind spot in the camera system to blend in with the group, and remain inconspicuous all the way to the top. Some wore masks, others scrub caps. I opted for both. Once we reached the surface, first opportunity I got, I slipped from cover and headed to the coordinates. Sergeant?
Over here.
McCrimmon.
Jacobs.
Yeah. You know how to scare a guy.
I've been hunting ever since I was in diapers. Don't think I can't sneak up on anything that's animal. Or a man. That was an 8 trike you pulled with 294. How did you know it'd work?
I didn't. But I figured if the machine could turn liquid into music or emotion, then why not pass on a message?
And how are you? After 173.
As good as can be expected.
Is that why you...
Yes.
I got no stomach for revenge. And if that's all you'll be going after...
No. It's nothing like that. Sergeant, you've been working the floor a long time here. You must have noticed the other monsters hiding throughout the halls. And I don't just mean what happened with me.
I have a family, sir. I love them. And it's enough grief on my mind coming here for work. It's another entirely knowing what Lambert can do if someone like me speaks out against him.
I know. I'm not asking you to. All I need is someone I can trust. And that's in short order around here. But McCrimmon, I know I can trust you.
How do you know I won't turn you in?
Because you wouldn't be here right now.
What do you need?
Silence. For now. Need to mobilize the rest of us so we can lay out a plan. And you're on board all the way?
Whatever you have planned. As long as it means you're in charge at the end. It'll be better than now.
Good. Then you get back to your duties, Sergeant.
Aye, you too, Dr. Bright?
He's the only one who'd give me his name tag.
He's not actually with us, is he?
No. He just wants to watch.
Oh. Oh, good.
Obviously, I managed to sneak back in without issue. Nobody seemed to notice, but I'm mainly relying on my own intuition. I can only hope it's as keen as it was before I became AO. More good news. Chan decided to leave me a friendly little letter inside the site expenditures file. He has me scheduled to escort through the on-site server rooms and op stations. Just so happens that one of them has our man, Technician Miles, working on an updated network. Even though it goes against any and all safety procedures the Foundation has maintained all these years, not only did Lambert okay it, but the O5 Council too. Possibly out of hubris. But most definitely out of stupidity. Either way, that's one more man on board. 5 to go. Just how I'm going to get to the 4 and D class, I don't know. Yet. This is Administrative Oversight Jacobs, signing off.